The formidable robot.
I don't remember the certain date in which the incident first happened, but I do know some things. One of them being that the incident was caused by one experience, or place as Lua, the company or incorporation that created Roblox, alternatively aliases it. No, I'm not stating it as game, since it was retitled as experience. The experience is for now banished, and no longer visible to the eye, and of course not it hasn't been content deleted, like any other game that gets obliterated when breaking the terms of service, or due to Roblox's stupid moderation, it simply can't be any more visible. I do remember in which year it happened, it could have been around sometime in 2017. The rest was just undocumented. I have no memory of where I found it, but I do remember some things about the experience. Anyway, to the banished experience's description. It was titled, Wretched, hence the story's title as you can see. The icon was just the same obvious words in white text, in front of a black background. The text looked like it was scribbled all over, and didn't even look like a font itself, but more like a calligraphy on some sort of chalkboard, written by first grader. I have no memory of the description of the place other than on the bottom, there were words saying which could be translated from Corsican, evite I scriviti, which potentially means, avoid the wretched. As it said, it was intended to be a horror adventure genre labyrinth game, according to the owner which's account is now gone, despite that I do remember the name, Phenonym, possibly derived from the and anonymous. Enough with the fourth wall breaking, we are gonna continue with the context of the gameplay. It was a dim, barren hallway. The whole thing was in first person, which was basically a control that a certain amount of horror games use to make them more petrifying. The walls were in a corroded metal material. To simplify, the walls were rusty, and looked like they were all bound up together to make one union, that is damaged. There were many flickering fluorescent lights. The humbugs had an almost identical volume to the humbugs in level 0 of the backrooms. I couldn't jump, nor type anything on the chat since, surprisingly other than the jumping ability being disabled, it was also the chat that was disabled. The rest was just banished. The only thing I could do was walk forwards. The footsteps sounded loud and distinguishable, which could mean something would have heard my footsteps, but I pondered, what could it be? At first, the game was just a scripted free roam hallway. However, the more I felt this something coming after me, the more I got nervous. Then I found it. The creature was a slender, shadowy figure. It had several glowing red eyes, which you may lose count while doing so, along with the macabre cosmetic input in which a certain amount of generic horror creatures, intended to be scarier than average, tend to have, morbid mouth. I now finally possessed the ability to see the other paths, each one looking more and more manifested by graffiti and or even dilapidated. Even some graffitis had foul language or even haunting messages like run or help, which merely consist of very few words. Fortunately, over time I lost track of it, but my computer somehow disconnected the game. I meant experience. Moving on, the pop-up message said, the following experience you played contained graphic language, blood and gore, which doesn't play by the community guidelines or terms of service. The Roblox team had deleted the experience from our system. David Baszucki, founder of Roblox. They automatically took me away from the experience and it wasn't there. I felt like, wow, for a split second, then tried searching Wretched. No avail. However, as I searched in Phenonym, it was still present. November 2nd, 2017. I really wished to go back there, but since it was gone, I couldn't have a chance to. I scrolled through my old Roblox image library to check if I took a photo of any scenario. And there it was. A picture of one of the rusty, dim hallways. Devoid of any sight of the creature that I saw in game. The only sign of damages I saw was just one clearly incomprehensible crack on the left wall. It even felt like a fictional backrooms level, but constructed on Roblox itself. And finally, Phenonym's account was deleted. However, it wasn't really banished, like the game itself. Its account was just planed. It looked similar to John Doe, an account used for a test, in which many speculated it was a hacker all along. The username was changed to Data Expunged. However, the experience itself returned this time. It was served as content deleted, and the experience itself was the same starter base in Roblox Studio. However, something was different. The experience is still on, daunting and haunting others and even children to this day. January 12, 2018. The very start of this year is where I finally got almost the whole lore of this mysterious experience replacement. I played the experience, and as I said, it looked similar to the starter place. However, at first, it might not be distinct what the differences or modifications are. There was only one achievement saying, "Bear the consequences." The badge was an image of something unknown. The changes will occur in about a few minutes after gameplay.